What's up, you guys? So in today's video, what I have are going to be a few celebrity fragrances. When I say celebrity fragrances, I'm more or less referring to like YouTube influencers. Now, all the brands that I mentioned are very new. The influencer isn't necessarily new, but the fragrance or fragrance brand is. But hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a better idea of some fragrances that you can pick up if you're wanting to support some YouTube influencer. But on that note, let's get into it. All right, so first off, before we get into this, I do want to say this video is not really going to include anyone that's part of the Navatus that most of the YouTube fragrance reviewers' fragrances. Not for really any reason outside the fact that I've not tried the majority of them. There is one that I want to mention as an honorable mention, which is going to be Red Adolescence, is the Navatus line, the original one. When I tried these fragrances, yes, they reminded me of other stuff, but for what they were, they smelled good and they were high quality. But do I see myself buying them down the road? Probably not. But like I said, they were pretty high quality when I tried them. The first brand from a YouTuber that I want to share with you guys is going to be from the Dolan twins. This is from Waycart. This fragrance right here is called Conscious Conversations. It's teetering on being a girl's perfume. It's leaning that amount feminine. And all the ads in this fragrance, they like to say that it's like a fresh out the shower kind of scent. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But for those fragrance collectors, the people that know about fragrances, what it reminds me a lot of is going to be you take John Varvatos' Argent Pure and you take Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana and you get this. It's fresh, it's blue, it's aquatic. The floral note that's in this is quite strong. Which for me, honestly, this is something that I'm gonna reach for over John Varvatos' Argent Pure and even over the original Light Blue. Not Light Blue Intense, just the original Light Blue. Because the scent itself is not a cheap scent. It's not a cheap smelling fragrance. And the Dolan twins, not only did they not collaborate with some of the company, like you know how brands will kind of like, here, you're the face of this company, sell our stuff for us, and they kind of come to a contract and create a fragrance brand. That's not what they did. They actually went out and created their own fragrance line. They have their 2 signature scents for each brother. Then they have a whole separate line for fragrances like this, ones that really teeter on being unisex. They sell candles. They're really an all-around fragrance company. So guys, in my opinion, the Waycart brand gets a thumbs up. Definitely not one that I regret getting. Now, the next one I have here, guys, is gonna be my most recently acquired celebrity style scent. Now, this one for me is a bit more impressive than that fragrance, but it's also a bit more simplistic. It's not gonna be something that's gonna have a super, breakdown. It's not gonna be something that's gonna be super elaborate. It's not gonna, develop on your skin in any kind of crazy way. What this is for me is for somebody that wants something that smells nice and it's not gonna be for the collector. It's not gonna be for somebody that's gonna be, have $100 in collection and want something that's wildly game changing. This is not that fragrance. This is the definition of an easy to reach, simple fragrance. It smells very nice and I've got a ton of confidence when I'm wearing it. That fragrance comes from David Dobrik. It's gonna be David's perfume #1. So this right here is gonna be his fragrance. Like he has his fragrance and he has his girlfriend's fragrance or his wife's fragrance, wherever they are. And his is titled Amber and Cashmere. Which, like I said, this is a good fragrance. It's nothing that's game changing. It's nothing that's gonna reinvent the game in terms of the fragrance game or anything like that. But it's very pleasant and very clean. On top of it being clean and just easy to wear, it's also teetering on being a fall fragrance. When I smell it, it gives me that cashmere, that Molecule 5 kind of vibe. It does have a freshness to it that makes it honestly a year-round kind of fragrance. It's super easy to wear. It can be found for less than $100, which I think is a major key when it comes to these celebrity fragrances. I mean, the last thing that I would do if I was selling a fragrance is, make people go blind buy it, spend $200, $300 on a fragrance. That's just not something that I would do. But for right now, the only fragrances that David has are going to be the masculine fragrance and the more feminine fragrance. Though I have not tried the feminine fragrance, this one could definitely be unisex. On top of the scent being cool, it's a pretty cool bottle design. It is kind of mimicking other larger brands here with the caps. You'll see, looks kind of like Dior, kind of like a Blue de Chanel kind of bottle here. You have a magnetic cap. It's kind of similar to other fragrance designs. That's what we have here is going to be from a fragrance YouTuber. Everything about this brand is kind of like, it falls in line with what we would expect from a fragrance YouTuber, for them to release. Not only is this guy super informed, super in tune with what fragrances should be or what he thinks they should be, he also has taken a lot of pride in how the bottle design looks, has created a niche fragrance for the fragrance enthusiast. I did try this fragrance a while back from my friend Hillary at the Bureau of Nerdy Fragrance Reviews. It was from Centauri Perfumes, aka Fragrance View. He put out an awesome fragrance line. When I first smelled it, I don't think I could appreciate it because I didn't look into the notes. I didn't look into the notes and nuances behind the fragrance. So the scent to me was a little obscure. It wasn't something that I was familiar with. Honestly, I'm not the one really to gauge that kind of scent. Pretty much because I'm the kind of guy that would get excited about a fresher Dior Sauvage. Like if they came out with a Dior Sauvage Eau Fraiche, that would be in line waiting for that one. But I'll try to have the picture up here somewhere of the bottle so you guys can see it. It's very, very well done. And I do look forward to actually, getting around trying out some more fragrances, just so that I can go into them with a different mindset, and so that I can, maybe appreciate them a little more. Now, lastly, what we have here is going to be from the fragrance YouTuber. I bought his first release, I bought his second release, and I just bought his most recent release, which I don't have just yet, but it's on the way to me. That fragrance brand is going to be Fragrance One. They've owned Office with their own date. Now I have the black tie coming in. Now, hate on this brand all you want, hate on the perfumer all you want, hate on the guy all you want. He put out a fragrance that is going to be meant to do what his channel is kind of revolving around. His channel revolves around, scents that mass amounts of people like. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that his Office for Men is going to be the best Office fragrance. I don't necessarily think that Date for Men is going to be the best date fragrance. But do people enjoy them? Yes, they do. And when you have Alberto as the perfumer, probably expect for it to be that kind of scent. I once heard of him as the king of blue fragrances. But like I said, in the past year, there have been a ton of fragrances that have been released from YouTubers. I can see there being a ton more. This list couldn't really include Jensen's, Big Big Business, Chaos. Who else is there? Aaron Terrence Hughes. Not because they're bad, not because they aren't good fragrances or whatever. It's because I haven't tried them. So I can't really speak on them. But guys, I'm gonna run some B-roll here. I was talking to my friend Julie about the Dolan twins and their fragrance before I turn on the camera here. So what do you think about the Dolan twins? Because they have their own too.
Dolan twins. I don't know that I know who they are. The Dolan twins.
Think.
The Dolan twins. I don't know. Probably some douchebag twins. I'm assuming boys because it looked like a cologne. Probably douchebags. They probably have 8 abs and are still 15. Am I getting to the point? I don't know who they are. They probably got famous for doing TikTok dances. Am I right? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? TikTok dances with their 8-packs.
I hope y'all enjoy it. Guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I'll see you all next time.